This is the pulley in a plotter. The motor is on the side, the belt runs around and runs to the head, and that slides on a bar. This I call the idle pulley. It has a pin and it goes into a metal framework. Allows it to turn sideways a little bit. Obviously the spin has broken. I don't have any plate on this island, any vernier, micrometer, nothing really. Basic tools. I'm going to try to make back that pin. Stick it so it's easy. Try to measure it with improvised tools, which is going to be fun by itself, and then make it from either this piece of brass that came out from my electrical plug, or possibly from this brass bar that came from this bolt assembly, tower bolt. So one of two things. This barely fits in the chuck of the drill. This will easily fit. So one of the two of them, whichever I can bite properly on the drill. That's the little concern with this, is the length. It may not have enough space to hold on the drill properly to keep it from wobbling. This is obviously probably 9-10 inches, definitely enough space. A little bit more material though to come down to. If you can look at the sizes, that's significantly higher. But one of the two of them we will try. Brass pin. Hopefully I can figure it out. The lathe is probably less of the problem than actually a vernier. I cannot really measure any of these properly. This is the brilliant arrangement. Basically, you have a drill, you have a little spacer made out of plastic there to help me keep the correct thing. Its depth, it's not great, but it'll work. And then we're just using a file and grinding down. Piece of wire to keep the drill on. Nothing fancy. Very basic. Extremely slow process. Slowly grinding away with the file, and that little tie, sometimes I hold it with my hands. This is my feeler gauge, which is a clothespin with 9-10 in it, and it's just the amount of thickness that this basically feels through. So this, if I do this, it's not slipping through, so it's not quite there yet. As you can see, we are close, but we are a little bit off on that. Probably about not quite a millimeter. I'll have to cut that down a little bit and try to get that all sorted. We're coming along slowly. End up using a little rubber sleeve, just cut from a pen, one of these, and just use that to give us the notch down in the beginning of this. This at the beginning is thinner than where the bearing sits. This is a little longer, but it shouldn't matter. The bearing will sit fine. I just needed that so I can test the bearing often, so I need to cut that down. It's not to the correct depth, but it's a good start. We're through. We finished this side. We put a notch. Hopefully it's good enough. It's slightly under the size it needs to be, so this slips in without an interference fit. But that would have always been very difficult. I mean, getting too tall on something like this is, going to be hard. So it's slightly under, not a problem. I can probably just put a touch of glue and that will keep it. Either way, that's a bearing, so just to hold it in there. So now it's a matter of cutting and making the other side. It shouldn't be that hard. Don't mess it up at this stage. That's a finished item. While it's not exact, it does fit into the holder. So this pulley, and that fits in here, and that pulley goes in there. I'll assemble it and show it. Hopefully it works. And that is how the pulley looks installed. So as you can see, it spins. It has a little groove here, so it has some pulley and the same loop on the bottom, so that allows it to play a little bit to align the belt. And I put a little bit of silicone glue, and that pretty much keeps this in place tight enough. I don't think it will really fall off from there. So hopefully it works. As I said, it's not exact, but it pretty much fits and does what it was intended to do. Little pie represents the amount of material that was removed in making the pin.